Well, hello, and welcome to another lesson of the Focus on Content course. I am Marcelo Lewin, as always, the same person here for you. I am the Headless Creator. Feel free to reach out to me, as always, Marcelo at headlesscreator.com. There's my email address. I will get back to you as soon as I can. Today I have a special guest presenter. His name is Tom Vorel. I'll tell you all about him in just a minute. Actually, I'm going to bring him in and we're going to have a conversation. But he's a web developer at Gatsby Kontent, and he's going to show us how to work with the Gatsby Content Image Component. And we're going to use that to optimize all our images. So you're going to see the non-optimized versions and the optimized versions. He's going to go through the code. It's going to be a really cool lesson. But as always, as you know, before we get started, real quick, for those of you that are watching live, remember that you need to join headlesscreator.com. It's 100% free. Just register, then you'll be able to get this lesson for free on demand in the course. So you'll go into, you can see down here, you get a whole bunch of courses. Here's the Focus on Content course, and you'll be able to scroll down and be able to get right here. I believe this is it. No, that's not it. This one is it. There you go, because we got a whole bunch coming up for you guys, but you'll be able to get it right there. Along with that, of course, you have access to all the other courses for free, including the content modeling course, where regardless of which headless CMS you have, you need to do content modeling. And as many of you know, I'm a total content modeling geek. And I geek out once a week there and create content models for you to see how to create scalable content models. And then you also have access to the Discover Headless Tech, where, well, basically you get to discover headless technology. And we have cool interviews in there as well. So remember, register for free at headlesscreator.com and then just click on sign up. For those of you already registered, thank you so much. I appreciate it. 2021 is the year where I'm trying to hit 1,000 users, and it looks like I'm on track right now for almost 500 users by the end of this month. So I'm on track for the 1,000 users this year. So it's going to be very, very cool. Alrighty, so that's it. I'm going to go ahead and remove this because you know what comes up next. I'm going to go ahead and restart the intro because the on-demand version is 100% clean. There is no marketing of Headless Creator in there. We just get going on the lesson. So I'm going to go ahead and restart the intro, and I'll see you in just 20 seconds. Well, hello, and welcome to another lesson of the Focus on Content course. I am Marcelo Lewin, the Headless Creator. As always, feel free to get a hold of me, Marcelo at headlesscreator.com. There is my email address. Today, we're actually going to show you how to work with the Gatsby Content Image Component to help optimize your images. There's going to be code. You're going to see before and after comparisons. It's going to be really cool. The presenter today is Tom Vorel. He's a web developer at Gatsby Content, and I'm not going to tell you much more about him because, as always, I'm going to invite him in. So, Tom, welcome.
Hi, Marshall. Thanks for having me.
Nice to have you here. Now, you're in the Czech Republic, right?
Yeah, that is correct.
So it's what, 5 o'clock there almost, or 4:30 in the afternoon?
Yeah, 4:30.
Okay, so this is it. After this, you get to go and start your weekend.
Yeah, exactly. Looking forward to it.
Good for you. So you're a web developer. Tell us how you got into development. What attracted you to web development?
Wow. I'm actually a self-taught developer, so I never went to school, which might be a good thing, might be a bad thing in some cases. But I just got fascinated by building stuff and actually the idea of having specifically in front-end development, having a visual thing that you've built with code, with just numbers and letters and characters. That was really fascinating to me. So I just started learning it, and here I am today.
It's a very creative process, isn't it? I mean, some people think of developer as that, they're just logical, but there's a lot of creativity going on there.
Oh yeah, especially on the front end, I'd say. I mean, on the back end as well, dealing with databases and cloud and stuff like that. But especially on the front end, when you're dealing with the visual stuff, it gets really creative.
What's the thing you like the least about development?
There's this running joke in front of the community, centering things, centering a div on the screen. But no, usually it was dealing with Internet Explorer, but Microsoft killed
Oh
it.
my gosh,
So
yeah.
so I don't have to deal with that anymore. And yeah, so I'm loving it.
Well, I used to be a web developer many years ago when the internet got started, and yeah, dealing with Internet Explorer 5 and 6, especially
Oh
6,
yeah.
was
Yeah, yeah,
horrible.
yeah.
Everything worked everywhere except in Internet Explorer, so we had workarounds
Sure.
for that. So
Yeah.
I can totally relate. So, as you can tell, I'm a big movie fan, right?
Hmm.
And I heard you're a movie fan as well. So, do you have like a favorite movie you want to share that we should all put on
Um,
our streaming list?
I like a lot of movies. I like Tarantino films,
Oh
obviously, Pulp
yeah,
Fiction, Kill Bill.
we just rewatched Pulp Fiction, man. It's such an awesome movie.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Great film, great film. I like the Kill. I recently watched Kill Bill Volume 1,
Okay.
and it's just amazing movie. Like it's like anime but with actors in real life.
Crazy,
So
right? Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Well, good choices, man. Good choices.
yeah.
Very cool. All right. Well, we're ready to start the presentations. I'm going to go ahead and show your screen here.
Hmm.
There we are. For those of you watching live, feel free to ask any questions. There's the comments area. Go ahead and type in the questions there. Tom, I'll jump in with anybody having any questions. You know, I will have questions, so I'll jump in as
Hmm.
well. Up until that happens, I'm going to go on mute and it's all yours.
All right. Okay. So today I'd like to talk about optimizing images with Gatsby Image, but also about some general tips how to work with static assets on the web, some common mistakes to avoid as well. So I've prepared the small presentation and also a demo where we'll be using the Gatsby image along with Kentico content. So we'll everything we talk about now in the presentation you'll see in the demo as well. So why should we optimize images in the first place, right? Why should we care? Couple of reasons. To avoid slow loading times, if you upload an image to your CMS, to your headless CMS, and you don't optimize it at all. So if you upload like a 2 MB file into the CMS, that will significantly slow down your website. And that leads to the second point. It will also have an effect on your Google Lighthouse score. And Google Lighthouse is a tool created by Google. And basically, it tests your website on in a few different areas: performance, SEO, accessibility, and best practices. And based on that, they will decide how well your website performs and how high should it appear in the search results. When somebody searches for something on Google, Google Lighthouse score has a huge influence on that. Also, we're trying to avoid poor user experience that if the website is loading 20 seconds, the users are not going to be waiting for the website to load. They're simply going to leave the site and search for something else. And that ultimately leads to loss of revenue, which is the bottom line of every business, every company. At the end of the day, you're trying to, you're trying to make money, keep your employees happy, keep your clients happy, and that's all it comes down to. Now, common mistakes when working with images. Images can, again, if you're uploading an image um, to your headless CMS and you know that image is going to be used in a card component on the site that is 400 pixels wide, there's no need to upload a 4K image that is 3000 pixels wide. That leads again to slow load times, basically. I've done it myself, by the way, so no one's perfect. Using incorrect formats as well. This is not a mistake, but a lot of people don't know that there are modern formats that can be used on the web, especially with images, like WebP and AWIF. Especially WebP is a preferred format these days on the web. And a lot of people still use JPEGs and PNGs. So that's one thing that people might not know. Higher quality than actually needed. This has to do with compression, and we'll touch on that later. And no lazy loading. Now, lazy loading is a specific point to developers. And what it is if you have a page with 20 images, which we'll see in a bit, and especially if you're on a mobile device and you only can see 2 images, there's no reason for you to download all those 20 images at once. So lazy loading means the image doesn't start downloading until the image reaches the viewport of your device or is close to it. How to fix these issues? Resize your images. You can resize the images in Photoshop, GIMP. You can do it through the browser as well. There are plenty of sites where you can resize your images, drag and drop it, and then download the resized version. The same goes for converting images to modern formats like WebP and AVIF, as we saw in the previous slide. Use content asset restrictions. This is a specific feature of Kentico Kontent where you can actually enforce a certain size of the image and even